So actually, I'm the only person in my family who's ever played football, ever, because my whole family plays basketball.
Okay.
I have a few uncles and cousins who have played at high levels. My cousin, actually, Itan Hord, he plays in Euro League, and he's a professional basketball player. So I guess when I was younger, the whole reason was to just do something of my own, make my own name in my own sport. So I just chose football because it was I guess the easiest thing transitioning from basketball and the agility and everything.
Okay.
And it was the hardest thing for my family to do.
Okay.
So I chose that sport.
But you never thought about basketball? You didn't like it?
I don't know. When you have a whole family of players and people in your family who know the game of basketball, there's always something that you can do better. There's always something they know that somebody else doesn't know. But in football, it's really your own game. You make your own game, you make your own player. Like you can be whoever you want to be. But in basketball, there's 5 positions. In football, you can play 11 different positions. So I don't know. I just like the thought of making it on my own.
Having issues and having challenging situations in life is completely normal. But the good thing is that if you're strong, you can overcome this. And you made that. What was the key? What made you overcome? Was your desire to play? Was your desire to succeed? What was the key?
I would say my family. My family is a big part of why I do what I do, because my little brother is he's 18 and I know he looks up to me, and I know he wants to follow in my footsteps.
Wow.
My parents as well. I just feel like I owe it to them to sacrifice what I'm going through now for everything they sacrificed my whole life, for taking me here, taking me there. Like when I was little, I had to drive an hour and a half every single day to training because there was no good training where I lived. It was only in Illinois, Chicago. So I know they made a lot of sacrifices, so it's not hard for me to make the sacrifices for feeling sad one day or feeling this or feeling that. So.
And I'm 100% sure that they are super proud of you because they see how much effort you're putting in that, and they can see that you're doing this even for them, not only for yourself, right?
Yes. So I hope they see it.
Yeah. And before I ask you, did you have an idol? You said, no, I didn't have it, but I'm sure 100% that for your brother, you're the idol. You're the superhero. I'm sure because he's looking up to you. You said that.
I've never asked him, but maybe someday somebody will.
Yeah, but he wants to be a football player as well. So I'm sure that you had an influence. Because I heard that a lot of careers started like this, because they were basically mesmerized by someone, by a player, and you are the idol for him, 100%. So are you talking, guys, about, do you like to talk with him about games? Do you like to share some ideas, some thoughts?
Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes it's good to not talk about it because our whole life revolves around it. So sometimes it's good to just be brothers and talk about something else, or what they're doing, what game you're playing. Sometimes it's both though. Sometimes I'm the only help he can get. So
yeah. But what kind of football player are you? The football player that is talking 24/7 about football, or you like just to switch, to turn off your mind sometimes to recharge in another way?
I would say both, because if I ever have any person or anybody who wants to give me criticism, I don't take criticism the way somebody else takes criticism. I love criticism. I would rather, if I play a good game, okay, I understand I play a good game, but what else could I improve on to be better for the next game? Like even if we win, I know there's room for improvement. So
yeah.
I mean, off the field, I like to be myself and do what I like to do, but if I can improve, I will.
Okay, you said I like criticism. Were you a little bit severe to yourself? A little bit?
Yes, yes and no. Obviously, there's certain things in football that you have to tune out. But for me, I don't look for perfection, but
Okay.
I strive for perfection.
Okay.
So that's my thing.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Let's go a little bit back because we started to talk about your journey, and I would like to know what was for you the stepping stone or the turning point in your career that made you realize that you can really make a career, you can be a professional football player.
I would say the moment where it really hit me is when I was playing center back my last year of college, and I made it to the final in my conference or whatever, and we lost.
Okay.
But at that moment, there was a lot of emotions going on, and there was so much in my head. But the only thing I could think about is the next step. It wasn't about losing. It wasn't about anything else. It was about what can I do from here to make it to my next step. And I think that it taught me a lot because I was a captain. I was leading my team on that team. There was a lot that I learned from them that taught me how to be a professional player on a professional level. So.
Okay. I was listening to you, and a question popped to my mind because every time we're talking about sports, we're talking about emotions. I told you even before that off camera that I don't like when people see you guys only like numbers behind the jersey, because I know you have like feelings and you have a lot of things going on in your career, in your life, and people don't know that because they see you only on the court, on the pitch, playing. And I heard that many times an athlete can feel a little bit emotionally empty because this life is super fast. It's not like a regular life, because for you, everything is happening faster because it's shorter. The career is shorter. Did you have a sort of situation when you felt like this, when you couldn't like find motivation, you couldn't like find a reason to go? It's normal. It's nothing that bad, but I think it's normal to feel like this from time to time.
Yeah, mainly when I was in UB, just because it was my first time. So all of the emotions that everybody usually feels, I felt like I felt them a little bit faster because I jumped into the overseas battle. But it was after a game that we lost and I got no chances and I barely touched the ball. And I was just struggling mentally because my coach there, Uroš Matic, he always strived to get the best out of me no matter how it was. But he understood that to get the best out of every other player, that I needed to be held at a higher standard, because it doesn't matter how many goals I score if I'm the best player. If I'm getting yelled at, anybody can get yelled at. So he always was telling me things to get better, but at the time I wasn't taking it as criticism. I was taking it as blame. And it was my fault, of course, but I was struggling because I'm here to play. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to play for the team. And I thought he didn't see that, but after I called my agent and really sat in my thoughts, and I realized that the only reason he's doing what he's doing is for me to strive to be better and to be a better player for the team. So, but I would say those feelings are mixed always. You know, you always have good and you always have bad. So
he wanted to motivate you, and this is completely normal because that you felt like this because you care about that, and you don't need to blame yourself because you're a human being, so it's normal to feel emotion. But now that this chapter UB is closed, can you see actually that was good for you because it made you grow as a man first off, as a guy, and after that as a player? I say things like this. I don't know, how do you see the situation?
Absolutely. I mean, every time I go to UB and I visit, or I always give him a hug, and he always talks to me, just because he gave me so much that I didn't know he was giving me at the time, and I was taking for granted. But now, I mean, it's easy to play. It's easier to play because I know that everything that people are doing or saying to me, it's not to make me upset or angry or whatever. It's to make me better. So I know that it could be the worst of the worst, but it's not because they don't want me here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been signed, you know, so.
Sure, yeah. Was for sure a great experience that made you grow as a person first off, because even for you it was a transition and you needed to give to yourself a little bit of time. But now this new chapter, open, Opka, you moved to Belgrade. So tell me more about that.
It's new and it's very fresh for me, just because like it's a new experience where I'm going to a team where everyone is really, really good. You know, there isn't a player who can't play. And I would say the difference for me is that I have to find a way to be my own player as well as helping the team. Because before, the main goal was to give me the ball and I'll score, you know. But for me now, I have to be on point with everyone. The whole team matters, because if I'm playing good, that means he's playing good, and it matters, because if someone else has a bad game, then we could lose because we got scored on. It doesn't matter how many goals I score, it matters about the whole team. So it's also teaching me a lot that like everything matters, from the way you press, the way you run, because it helps another player. So I would say I'm learning a lot and I'm grateful to be here. So.
But man, I don't know why I have this feeling that you're super tough on yourself. I know I'm listening to you and you're super tough on yourself. Is that true, or is it just my impression?
I would say I'm tough, because if I'm not tough, then I become relaxed and I don't play as hard as I need to. So
I have the feeling that you don't want to disappoint people. You're like this.
Yes.
You are always saying, I want to be the player. I want to become the player I want to be. So you have a goal, you have an idea in your mind. What's this player? What player do you want to be?
I want to be the player where I look back and say, I'm satisfied. But I won't know that until the next year. So I would say a year from now, I could tell you, but then a year from now, I'll say the same thing again, that a year from now, I can tell you, because just like in UB, I can say that I gave my best and I'm very proud of what I did there, but I didn't know that in the time. I would know it now. So right now, I'm just going to give my best, and then in a year, I will know.
And you should just enjoy the process.
Yes.
But I will mention this again, and I can open another chapter, because soon we're going to have the World Cup in the States. And before we said that you're one of the few American players that are playing abroad. So you're basically opening a new chapter. You're giving hope to younger kids over there. Are you excited for like the World Cup being in the States?
For sure. I just think it's going to open up a lot of things for a lot of young players, a lot of young people, a lot of people in general that usually would never go to a game, go to something, or don't even support anything. They have a reason. Like my best friend is Italian. Sadly, they're not in the World Cup, but like he has an opportunity to go to a game that he would never be able to if he wasn't in the U.S., you know? So I would say it's going to help the U.S. soccer world, well, football world grow.
I did my homework before, if I'm not wrong, in 1994. 1994 was the first World Cup in the States, right? And they said there was a lot of people went there. That was super popular. I have the feeling that this time around will be even better. I don't know why, because it's changing. I mean, I won't be surprised if like in 10 years, close to NFL and NBA will have like soccer. In the States.
I would say so, for sure. Just because like the U.S., one thing they do really well is marketing. So they know how to get people in the seats. So.
Okay, you want to take him in this sport because you're the best in every sport. You want to take him in soccer, but we're better. Europeans are better. I'm sorry, we have the tradition.
I'm here.
I'm kidding. But we have this kind of tradition, and it's nice that some American players can come to Europe to learn, because you have countries, even Serbia. Serbia had a lot, Yugoslavia had a lot of great players, but Italy, Spain. Do you like to watch like Serie A, La Liga? Do you like it?
Probably the Serie A. There's just something about it that just like everyone just plays so hard, and so there's so much defense, there's so much tactics, and I would say, I don't know, it's just a great league to watch. So.
Okay, what's your favorite team in Serie A?
Well, to my best friend, he's Italian, so I have to say Milan.
Okay.
AC Milan. So.
Okay, I agree with your best friend. I agree with your best friend. Definitely. It's a good team. You know, because I'm from Trieste, and in Trieste everybody is like cheering for Milan. Okay, this is another story. So what I wanted to talk more about you, because you came recently. What was a couple of months ago, right? You moved to
Belgrade, yes.
Yeah, to Belgrade.
A year ago.
Yeah. So I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the season, because you came like late on, and you will have more time next season to create your story and your journey. I would like to know, how do you like Belgrade? Because, okay, bigger city, It's not Chicago. I'm sorry. But for our standards, for the Balkans, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
You have to say we're pretty good.
Yes.
We're pretty dynamic, man.
For sure. I would say that one thing that is very nice to me is that everyone knows how to dress, you know?
Wow.
I don't see, when you go out in the US, you could see a suit, you could see pajamas, you could see shorts, you could see sweaters, you know, you could see anything. But here, I just feel like it's so nice, you know, everybody has something on that, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a nice way to treat yourself, you know. You always have something on that you're okay with walking outside, you know.
Okay, yeah. Serbs like to dress super casual.
Yes.
Especially men. But it's like fancy. I would like to say fancy casual, right? This is in our style. So you like it.
Yeah,
you like it. Okay, so but what else do you like about Belgrade?
I mean, obviously I love the food. The food is great here. And I just like I live in waterfront now. So I love just going outside, being able to go outside and you have no stress, no anything. I love seeing the kids walking by themselves. Like there's a lot of differences that you just wouldn't see on a normal basis in the US that is nice. So
that's super important and interesting what you said, because we need to explain that even to Serbs. Chicago is a beautiful city, but unfortunately it's not that safe.
Yeah.
And for this reason, you said it's nice to see kids that are walking safe.
Yes, by themselves with no parents. Like you know, that's not something you usually see in the US. So I would say it feels safe, you know. This is where I would want to raise a child or, you know, be here with my family, because it's nice, you know.
Yeah, and when it comes to people, they always say that Serbs are super welcoming and they love foreigners. Serbs really like foreigners. Did you have this feeling? Did you see that?
Yeah, I had a very, very heartwarming experience the first time I went back to UB, and I signed for Ofka, and then I went back to UB to watch them play, and the whole entire stadium gave me a standing ovation just because I was there, and that one really, like, made me happy and made everything, you know.
For sure, they love you because you protected the colors of their club. You played for their club, and they're trying to be super welcoming because you're not from here. So this is normal for Serbs to be kind.
Yes.
So I'm really happy that you felt this.
Yes.
And what about your family? Did you have the chance to come here and visit here?
Yeah, this is actually my first time my family came here. My mom just left yesterday, actually, and my brother is here. And they love it. They didn't expect everything to be so nice. And I said, yeah, I know. Because I've been living here for so long, so I know. But you only can explain so much with your words, so.
Your mom was here and your brother is still here. Where did you go, guys? Don't tell me only the mall.
No.
I'm sure.
I've been yelled at.
You're a good guy.
I've been yelled at so many times by my Serbian friends to not go only to the mall.
Not only. Yes, to go to the mall. Not only.
But not only the mall. Yes, I took them to the church.
Great.
I took them to, I forgot the old street name where all the cafes are. I took them there.
Close to the fortress?
Yes.
Okay, good choice.
I obviously took them to UB so they could see how I used to live. I took them to, I forgot the other place, but it's by the water.
Well, you're good, actually. I'm surprised in a positive way, because every time all the Americans, they're in love with the mall because it's super American. It's a little bit an American style, right?
Yes.
But you're good. You're different. And this is another sign that you're more European now than American.
Yes, I would say.
No, trust me, you are, because I can see that. Because I'm talking to you. You're not a typical guy for the States. You're changing. This is a good thing of sport. You're